I ran across some of the draft content, and this comes as I've been kind of looking at Pro Football Focus. They've really kind of locked into some draft specific stuff, and I thought this was pretty interesting. Can you guys tell me what scheme you would think, and because it wasn't part of it, what scheme would you say that Brian Schottenheimer lends himself to? Because and I ask you this question because I got an idea of Matt Eberflus. I got an idea of how Eberflus calls defense, but I don't know. And the way they kind of broke this thing down, they've got the Shanahan scheme, which is the notable play callers of Kyle, Kevin O'Connell, Mike McDaniel, Clint Kubiak. That's the Shanahan scheme. Successful outside zone run scheme, explosive plays created via play action, maximize yards after catch. That's Shanahan's scheme. Not our guy, right? That's not our guy.
No, I don't feel like that's Schottenheimer.
Okay, not Schottenheimer. All right, let's go down to the next one. Modern spread RPO scheme.
Yeah.
Notable play callers: Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, Kellen Moore, Shane Steichen.
Yeah, I think there could be some of that.
Might have some of that.
Efficient inside zone run scheme.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was Clayton Adams with the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah. High RPO rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, creates mismatches versus man coverage.
Yeah. That's kind of what he was talking about that he wants to try and do.
Okay, we'll circle back on that one. I couldn't quite think about what, but let me give you the last one.
Well, play action. I think he's a big play action guy.
Yeah, let me give you the last one then. Multiple run read option scheme.
More of that.
This is Todd Monken. This is Cliff Kingsbury. This is Greg Roman pre-Chargers.
Okay.
Do you still feel that he falls in the multiple run read option scheme is quarterback-centric offense that allows for dual threat quarterback?
No.
Multiple run schemes that include pullers, misdirections, and options.
Yeah, I think the multiple run scheme, I agree, but not anymore. I don't think Dak's a guy that's going to be doing a whole lot of running right now.
No, but it's just the threat that he could steal 5 yards from you. And I think he's credible enough. We're not trying to run him a lot. We're just running that action to get the look. And if they ignore him, then he'll take the free halfway to a first down, but avoiding contact at all costs.
Sure. Okay, and the last little category in that one is varied passing game depending on type of passer.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like that Schottenheimer's that one, the multiple run read option guy?
Yes.
Or do you feel like he's the modern spread RPO scheme guy?
I don't think it's the RPO stuff as much. I think there's elements to a lot of this stuff because I'm kind of looking at what the Cardinals were doing. It seems like Schottenheimer's broadening his own personal horizon. So whatever it was that Schottenheimer's done in the past isn't necessarily based on the coaching staff that he's brought in, what they're doing now, which I think is awesome because he's willing to evolve. So what was Drew Petzing and the Cardinals doing? I was waiting for his name to pop up there, how they categorize him, because I think there's going to be some elements to very versatile in the way they attack you in the run game in terms of inside zone, man, outside zone, counter, pull, lead, power. All those are going to be in the mix there on the menu.
That'd be multiple runs.
Yes.
Right?
And then you have the McVay factor of the cut splits and the blockers that, wide receivers that really get involved in the run game from a blocking standpoint.
Reduce
and multiple
formation.
Personnel grouping. So I think there's elements to a lot of these guys based on what the Cardinals were doing, and that's where you got your OC Clayton Adams.
Okay, we'll circle back on that one tomorrow. But I want to, since on defense they've tagged Matt Eberflus. And Matt Eberflus falls under the zone-based 4-2-5 scheme.
Bend, don't break.
Yeah.
Sure.
4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs.
Funnel everything inside, keep it in front of us.
Yeah, these are the notable play callers that do this. Bob Saleh has got this one. D'Amico Ryans, Matt Eberflus, and Shane Bowen are the zone-based 4-2-5 guys. Okay. What are the goals for the 4-2-5? Apply pressure with 4-man rush, low blitz rate.
That's right.
Okay. High zone coverage rates, generally cover 3 or cover 4.
Yeah.
Penetrate interior gaps in run defense. Okay, that's what they kind of say.
That's why Osa had to
That's why
come
he loves
back.
the 3-tech. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's the 4-2-5 cats. Okay, here's the players in this draft that fit a 4-2-5 scheme. Okay, according to Pro Football Focus. At edge, Shemar Stewart, Texas A&M. JT Tuimoloau, Ohio State.
Hell yeah.
Interior defensive tackle, Mason Graham, Michigan.
Yep.
Interior defensive lineman, Jermary Caldwell, Oregon. Linebacker, Demetrius Knight
Yeah.
from South Carolina.
They met with him.
Linebacker, Jack Kaiser, Notre Dame.
Okay.
Outside cornerback, Jody Barron from Texas.
There you go. He's the best in the business.
Outside corner, Darian Porter from Iowa State.
They,
Slot corner, Jacob Parrish from Kansas State.
Let's go.
Safety, Andrew Mukuba, Texas.
Let's go.
Safety, R.J. Mickens from Clemson.
Local.
South Lake's own.
Yeah.
Let's go, RJ.
Okay, so it's what they're talking about here is as they make this presentation is that they want to start with Mason Graham as a potentially dominant 3 technique at the NFL level, who is very highly graded by Pro Football Focus. There's some changes in this. They think of pass rush development with Stewart and Tuimoloau.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Stewart's pass rush.
Me either.
I mean, and Tuimoloau, I don't think rushes the passer at all.
I wouldn't say at all. I think he's more of a power rusher than he's a speed rusher.
Right, but both these guys would be better. They play with more power than
Yes.
they do moves.
Agreed.
Right, so they don't free themselves
Right.
as much.
Sure.
Okay. On the second level, Jack Kaiser. What do you think of Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame?
I mean, super instinctive player. I mean, the dude, he's a really good open field tackler. I mean, special teams wise, he's going to be able to contribute right away.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he ended up making plays that athletically, I'm like, how in the world did he get there?
Yeah.
You know, because he's not the fastest guy in the world, but I think he really understands leverage and angles, and he's a good pursuit player because of that. He wraps up well, brings ball carriers down. But yeah, he does lack some like general athleticism. But I think that he's football fast. I don't think he didn't test great.
No.
But he's faster on tape than what he tested.
They really like Knight for his elite coverage, is what they say. So they like Kaiser for the run defense, and they like Knight for the way that he covers.
Yeah, he's good in zone coverage.
Very
for
good,
sure.
very good.
I don't
Okay.
love him in man, but he's great in zone.
Okay, the zone coverage ability, the theme of the secondary, we have that in spades here with Barron and Porter ranked first and second among the cornerbacks when it comes to cover grade in 2024.
I'm pretty out on Porter.
Okay. If we combine coverage of across the snaps in cover 3 and cover 4, Andrew Mukuba and R.J. Mickens both rank in the top 3, the power 4 safeties. Parrish rounds out the group as a solid zone player himself who could play in the slot. You love Parrish. I love Parrish.
I love Parrish,
We
yeah.
love Mukuba, right?
Yeah, love Mukuba.
Do you think you have to take Mukuba? We would have to take Mukuba.
Second round.
I think so, too.
I think Parrish could get there in the third.
But there's people, if you look at the beast, Dane Burglar thinks that Mukuba's a 4th-round player.
He does. So, I mean, there could be some, maybe Mukuba could make it to you at 3.
Man, I don't know about that. I just don't know how you watch Mukuba's tape and not see him.
His safety rankings were very interesting.
Very interesting there. So those are the players that Pro Football Focus has as best fits for a 4-2-5 scheme. We all do really, really like. I like Porter more than you, the Iowa corner. I like his length. We all love Barron. We love Graham. The edges, I'm not really sold on with this group.
I like
right?
JTT a lot.
I mean, as far as pass rush.
Yeah.
As far as
I
pass
get
rush.
what you mean.
Okay.
So you're zeroing in more on scheme fit here as we approach 2 weeks to draft.
Yeah, how about that?
I love it.
How about that?
Do you think you can isolate it? Is it that important that in that group of players that fit that scheme, they have a significantly higher probability of being picked?
I would say it's an interesting way to do things.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, if I could figure out what exactly that Schottenheimer wants to do offensively, and if it's the pin and pulls and the things like that, it's the movement, the line
Let's
stuff.
see what kind of players that he's
You got
looking for.
yeah, you could fit those guys. Absolutely, you could fit these guys. You could zero in on guys they would like just on on potential scheme fits here.
I can't wait to watch this offense in Oxnard. That was a great primer for it.
Yeah.
Draft 2 weeks away. Our path to the draft coverage is brought to you by Pluckers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.